Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I missed putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. And out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, very fantastic day. Ooh, maybe we should turn this down a little bit. Hold up. All right, I think that's better. Let's actually turn the volume, this volume down right here. Okay, I think that's better. Is that better? Yeah. All right, cool. All right. So we got Phillies baseball today going on this afternoon. Phillies are going to be taking on the Detroit Tigers today. Don't know why I wrote down the Yankees in my scorebook, but I did. So we got we got Tigers and Phillies baseball today. The main thing to note is that the Phillies will be pretty much with every single one of their starters. Trey Turner's playing, Bryce Harper, Alec Bohm, Kyle Schwarber, JT Realmuto, Nick Castellanos, Bryson Stott, Brandon Marsh. The only thing that's different is that Buddy Kennedy is out in left field today, so there's no Max Kepler. Zach Wheeler is going to be on the mound. So far during spring training in 2 starts, he has an 11.25 ERA, and that is both against the Yankees. That's where he pitched in both of those games. And so he'll try to get a crack at it today. It'll be interesting to see how he does. I'm mainly looking for him to just go 4 or 5 strong innings today. Hopefully his pitch count is not too high. I want him to go deep. I think that today would be a good day for him to try to go out there and give you 4 to 5 innings of just good work. Hopefully he doesn't allow a lot of walks. Hopefully he'll get like 5 to 6 strikeouts or so. The 4-seamer and also the slider will look effective out there. He's facing the Detroit Tigers, and the Tigers have pretty much their starting lineup too. They got Wenzel Perez, they got Riley Green, Gleyber Torres, Kerry Carpenter, Colton Keith. So a lot of their starters are playing out there in the field today. Hit that thumbs up button, guys, and make sure that you guys hit the subscribe button as well, and turn on those notification bell icons too, and that way you'll know when we go live for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games. That's what we do on this channel. Yesterday was a little bit disappointing. I was not really happy with how the younger guys did yesterday, and I still mean what I said in regards to what happened in the prospects game, the spring breakout game. And also last night, it was just a little bit weird how, again, we go to a minor leaguer who is pitching in the 9th inning, and I have nothing wrong with that. But I just watch them blow the game again, and it's just a little bit annoying, you know. But are they going to make are those the types of people that are going to make the roster to start off the season? No. I'm more so frustrated and disappointed with the whole organization in regards to their farm system. And I brought this up last night because the main thing is that if we want to go after a top player at the deadline, which could be the case, like Vladdy, something's got to give. And you have nothing else to give in the farm. Then you're going to have to give up guys at the big league level. And it also just seems like that they don't really have as much of a future, with the squad moving forward. So they're in a win now mode, and there's not really a lot of too many bright spots in the future ahead. We can talk about Andrew Painter. We could talk about Aiden Miller and Justin Crawford. Even though Miller has not done a good job in spring training so far, that can change. But I've just been a little bit underwhelmed. And also, I'm just a little bit antsy. I don't know about you guys, but I'm so ready for regular season to just start. I wish it was here tomorrow. I know that we got the Dodgers and the Dodgers and the Cubs coming up this week out in Tokyo, which will be really awesome to see. And that'll give us a little step forward to opening day. But, yeah, I really am just at that point now where I'm just ready for opening day baseball at Citizens Bank Park, even though I know that they start out on the road and they play out in Washington, but still. So, all right, let's get into today's starting lineups. Hello, everybody. Welcome on into the chat. Hopefully you're all doing well. Asia's here. What's going on? Katie, what's going on? Denbrew. Yes. All right, let's get into our live stream and let's talk about this, all right? So, for the Philadelphia Phillies, we got Zach Wheeler going up against Tariq Skubal. It's two aces going up against each other. Wheeler is going to be on the mound. Phillies are in their white and red pinstripes, along with the Bell baseball caps. It's a big blue bell and red caps as well. So Wheeler is going to be pitching. He went 200 innings last year and had 224 strikeouts, along with a 2.57 ERA and 52 walks allowed. And the lineup that he's going to be facing will be this: Wencio Perez playing out in center field. Riley Green, the left fielder's batting second. Gleyber Torres is the second baseman, and they'll be hitting third. You got Kerry Carpenter out in right field. They'll be batting fourth. Colton Keith is over at first base, and he will be hitting fifth. Then you got Javier Baez over at shortstop. He'll be batting sixth. Zach McKinstry right behind him, playing over at third base today. The DH is Jace Young, and then it'll be Jake Rogers, who is catching behind the plate this afternoon. So again, for the Tigers, it's Perez, Green, Torres, Carpenter, Keith, Baez, McKinstry, Young, and Rogers. And that is their starting lineup for this afternoon. All right, let's put this up, and we shall be good to go. First pitch underway, and there's a fly ball hit out over towards center field. Marsh drifts back towards the track, and he'll make the catch. And one pitch, one out. Start things off. All right. So can you all hear me? We'll turn this up just a little bit. Okay, I think that's better. That looks better. I want to be more so in the yellow, not in the red. Okay, let's change this. The second pitch of the day is taken for a strike. So one pitch, and it was a fly out towards center from Wencio Perez. Riley Green is out there batting on the left side of the plate, and he stares at a 96-mile-per-hour fastball that's outside. Nice. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, folks. 1-1 pitch, and there's a ground ball rolled over towards the third base side, bobbled by Bohm, and Riley Green is going to be safe. Just a routine ground ball for Alec Bohm, just couldn't make the play. Popped right out of his glove. Got his glove down on it, actually hit the heel of the glove, and it took a wild bounce, but nonetheless, Couldn't make the play there, and they're going to call it an E5. So that'll put a runner on over at first. That is, if the runner does score, that is not an earned run. The pitch, and it's outside. Phillies defensively, and it's outside. Oops, sorry about that. Defensively for the Titans, it'll be Wheeler on the mound. Behind the plate, it'll be JT Realmuto, as this one is lifted out towards left field, not too deep. Kennedy doesn't even have to move, and he'll be there to make the grab with his sunglasses on. And he throws it in towards the infield and goes back towards the left side of his position. And Kerry Carpenter's coming up to bat. 2 outs, top of the first, and a runner aboard. And Wheeler will get set at the letters again as he kicks and deals, and there's a broken bat, foul ball. The broken bat actually went over towards the mound, and the ball went over towards the third base side, and Wheeler had to duck out of the way. Bryson Stott got a big piece of the bat as he hands it off over towards the bat boy. It literally just hit Zach Wheeler right on the foot. So darn it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, baby. What's going on? Carlson Digital Media, what's going on? I got 2 nephews with the organization, Trent Farquhar, and the other one is Micah Odenbright. He did really well yesterday. To come into a bases-loaded situation and, you know, be down in the count 3-0 and strike out 2 batters in a row and get out of that inning, he was really impressive. He did a really nice job. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the first, and a runner on over at first base in the next pitch, and there's a chopper that's fouled. What do I think of the potential with the club? I like some of the players. I do. I like Justin Crawford. Thought that Odenbright did actually really good yesterday, as I mentioned. Trent Farquhar, I'd like to see him play a little bit more. I really would. I'd like to see him play a little bit more during spring training. Maybe he'll get some playing time tomorrow. 1-2 pitch, and there's a foul ball. Looks like he could be a pretty good contact hitter. Like some of his 2-strike approach swings that I've seen from spring training so far. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch is a breaking ball that's in the dirt. But congratulations, that's really cool. Carlson Digital Media, shout out to you. That is so sick. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wheeler gets set above the letters, gets the signs from JT, and fires the 2-2, and it's popped up over towards the left field side. Kennedy gets under it, but he'll have to play it on a bounce. The throw's going to be made over to third base, and the runner is safe. Riley Green got a good jump and went all the way from first to third, and I thought maybe Kennedy was going to throw it a little bit harder over to third. Not saying that he didn't throw it hard, but I just thought that he was going to be able to throw it more aggressively. The ball did take like 3 bounces. I think a good throw would have gotten him out. So that'll be called a single. It's a bloop single. With 2 outs here in the top of the first. Didn't think he really got a good read under that. And sometimes, like, when you're watching it on a monitor, it's a little bit hard to tell where the ball was above the monitor. But nonetheless, it is a single, and Cole Keith is up, and he takes ball 1. Got the A-team on the field today. Yeah, I'm so proud. Trent is hard to get out. Yeah, I agree. I think that he has, I do think he has potential. 1-0 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Third base umpire says no. We appreciate you guys for being on here. Love you all. We've been doing Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games for on this channel for now 3 years. Went to school for broadcasting. 2-0, and there's a line drive hit out towards the left center field gap, and that's going to go all the way over towards the wall. So Green will score. Kerry Carpenter will go on over to third, and now he's rounding third. The relay to the plate is not in time, and that is a 2-run double by Colton Keith. And the Detroit Tigers are on the board. They were through a fastball that was over on the outside edge. And Colt Keith was expecting that same pitch in that spot and got a very good read on it. That's so cool. Shout out to your nephews. That is so sick. 12 days until opening day. 2 outs and a runner on over at second. And the pitch is a 95-mile-per-hour heater that's taken for strike one. Javier Baez is up to bat. And the 0-1 pitch, and that is up high for a ball. The funny part is that you never know who comes on in and who tunes into your streams. And it's so cool to be able to meet new people on here. I really like that. The 1-1, that is lined foul. Where do you think Trent is going to start this year? I do hope that he makes it to the big leagues. That'd be really awesome. 1-2 pitch. That is in the dirt for ball two. Javi played in 80 games last year. The count is tied up. There's 2 outs, a runner on over at second. Detroit leads it 2-0. And there's a slow roller hit over towards first base. Harper gobbles it up, and he'll tag the bag for out number 3. Baez wasn't even running at all. He ran just a little bit, but he was running very slow. And the inning is over. So the Detroit Tigers, they send 6 men up to the plate. They get 2 runs. None of them were earned from Zach Wheeler, but it is 2-0 thanks to a 2-run double by Colton Keith, and we go to the bottom of the first. Oop, just found a little inset over here. I don't want to kill the guy. I just got here and already I see that the opposing team with 2 runs already. What the heck? Well, that's baseball. That's how it goes. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. My name is Jason Joseph. I go by JJ on here. You can call me Jason. You can call me JJ. Whatever. But yeah, so a little bit about me. I'm from South Jersey. I went to school at Rowan University for sports broadcasting. Graduated in the spring of 2022. Interned at NFL Films. While I was actually at Rowan, I was really fortunate and got to do some minor league broadcasting for the Wilmington Blue Rocks and also for the Delaware Bluecoats, who were the G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers. So that was awesome. And I started my own YouTube channel because I figured it would be a very good way to make a nice community on here. And for people that just couldn't tune into the games, I figured it gave them an alternate route. You know, we don't show the games on here because that's illegal. And it also sort of gives me a chance to work on my radio skills, which I think is really awesome. And we're building a brand. We're building a community. And I think that we have a very awesome group of people. Not just a group, but a family of people. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch from Tariq Skubal is fouled away. He had a phenomenal year last year. 228 strikeouts, along with an 18-5 record. He's a left-handed pitcher. 18-4 record, and a 2.39 earned run average. It's from Hayward, California. The count is 1-2 as the next pitch is fouled. So far during the preseason, he's gone 8 1/3 in 3 games started and has allowed 2 earned runs, 1 homer, and has struck out 8. The 1-2 is tapped foul towards the third base side. So it's Turner, Harper, Bohm, Schwarber, Realmuto, Castellanos, Stott, Marsh, and Kennedy as Turner stays alive and fouls off a changeup. That is the starting lineup today for the Phils. It's 80 degrees out in Clearwater. Beautiful day for baseball. Not too sunny, though. 1-2 delivery, swing and a miss. That was at 98 on the upper interior part of the strike zone. I'm trying not to kill this thing, but this guy just keeps coming back on. So a strikeout. And Harper taps it over towards the first base side. It is a foul ball. Crew chief for today, it's Dan Iasagna calling the balls and strikes. Got Mark Carlson over at first, DJ Rayburn's at second, and Dan Merzel is the third base umpire. Scubel kicks and fires and throws a changeup that catches the outer part of the plate for strike 2. He's not wasting any time. He'll get set and wind up again, and Harper gets a piece of it and stays alive at 97. Phillies have their white pinstripes on with red text that says Phillies with blue stars over each eye on the front side. So the 0-2 is hammered out over towards left field, and it'll drop in for a base hit. And Bryce Harper smashes a single towards the opposite way and gets on with a 1-out single. And now Bohm is going to be coming on up to bat. Defensively for the Tigers, catching behind the plate for them today is Jake Rogers. It'll be Tariq Scubel who's on the mound. Cole Keith's over at first base. Gleyber Torres is at second. At third base, it's Zach McKinstry. And Javier Baez is at shortstop. The pitch to Bohm, and it's downstairs. House had a very good spring training, offensively speaking. Hit 280 last year. Had a lot of RBI. 1-0, and he gets fooled on the changeup. And the count is tied up at 1 apiece. In the outfield for the Tigers, they got Riley Green out in left, Wencio Perez in center, and Kerry Carpenter playing right field. It's a very good crowd at a Bay Care ballpark. A lot of red, blue, and green. The 1-1, a changeup that disappeared out of the zone, but Bohm got fooled and is down in the count 1-2. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock, and Scubel gets set above the belt and fires, and it's wide. Phillies play the Tigers today, and then tomorrow it's the Baltimore Orioles that they play at 1 o'clock. The 2-2 delivery to Bohm, and that is a called strike 3 on the outside corner at 98. This guy just pins his pitches perfectly. That's why he's, some would say, the best pitcher in the American League right now. So he has struck out 2 Phillies batters and has looked really good so far. Here comes Kyle Schwarber as he takes a slider that's on the outside edge at the knees for strike 1. Kyle had 38 homers last year, which was third in the National League. Also with a slugging percentage of .485. Drove in 104 runs. And lays off on the 0-1. Phillies are down 2-0 thanks to a 2-run double by Colton Keith in the top of the first. They were not earned runs that were given up by Zach Wheeler, thanks to an E5 on a Riley Green ground ball from Alec Bohm defensively. 1-1. There's a strike at the knees again, right down the center of the plate. Bryce is over at first. He got on with a single in the 1-2 to Schwarber, and that is foul tipped into the glove for strike 3. And Tariq Skubal strikes out the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. We've played 1 frame and head to the second. 2-0 Tigers. That was a half swing too. He is on. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. And hit that subscribe button as well. We love you all. Thanks for subscribing, Carlson Digital Media. Appreciate you. I really appreciate that very, very much. Carlson Digital Media, if you are still here, where do you think Trent is going to start this year? Where do you think Trent's going to start this year? Trent is hard to get out. Yeah, I agree with that. And where do you think Micah's going to start too? Again, like Micah pitched really well yesterday. We were talking after the game, and I said that Micah was one of the bright spots yesterday because he comes in with bases loaded, and he's down in the count 3-0. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of people watching. And he gets himself out of that jam. He throws 6 straight strikes. He strikes out 2 batters in a row. Gets the final batter to ground out over to first. That takes a lot of guts to be able to do that with everybody watching you. It's not like when you're in the minors, of course, you gotta produce, but when there's eyeballs that are watching you, performing under pressure, that takes a lot of guts. And I thought that he pitched his butt off yesterday. We're choking already, says John. 2-0, top of the second. Wheeler gets set and throws a curveball. That's downstairs. It's Zach McKinstry who's up to bat, hitting on the left side, hitting .215 with 4 homers and 23 RBI. And the next pitch is fouled back over towards the third base side. So the count is now 1-1. Tigers have their dark blue uniforms with the orange text and numbers and the Detroit logo on the left side of the chest. The 1-2 pitch, that's sliced foul. Aloha, John. How are you? We need 88 more subscribers for us to get to 5,000 by opening day. Tomorrow we got the Phillies. We're not doing the Sixers. They play at 1 o'clock. We're doing the Phillies game. Monday we got the Phillies. And I think we got the Sixers, right? 1-2 delivery, and that's down and away for ball 2. I think Monday is Sixers as well. A 1 o'clock game on ABC. That's Phillies versus Mavericks. No Anthony Davis, no Kyrie Irving, no Tyrese Maxey, no Joel Embiid, no Paul George. Oh boy, everybody is going to love that on national TV as the next pitch is down and away for a ball. The count is now 3-2, and the payoff pitch from Zach Wheeler, and it's fouled back. McKinstry gets a piece of the fastball. It's coming in at 96. The payoff pitch from Wheeler. And there's a line drive caught by Zach Wheeler. And he gets the out himself. And he gets some golf claps. He definitely deserved it. That was a rocket that just came right over to his fielding glove. And he caught it perfectly. You hold your breath for a second if you're a pitcher in that situation, because you're like, oh gosh, what do we do? And you just got to react quickly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No balls, one strike. Top of the second, one out, and the 0-1 misses inside to Jace Young. Wheeler did allow a 2-run double back in the top of the first, but they were not earned runs. They were not his fault. The hit itself was. 1-1. That's inside and low for ball 2. The umpire's going to get some more baseballs. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. Wheeler with 30 pitches already. His pitch count has gotten pretty high, and he misses the zone again as it's wide. 9+ subs. We need 88 more, baby. 12 days left. 3-1, swing and a miss. Good sinker. That certainly got Young off balance. Oof. It's the one thing about cold water that sticks to the coaster. It's like a magnet. Payoff pitch. And there's a pop-up. Hit over towards medium depth center field. Drifting towards his left side is Brandon Marsh. And he catches the can of corn for out number 2. What's up, Chad? How are you doing, my friend? 2 gone in the top of the second. Wheeler kicks, steals, ground ball, hit over towards shortstop. Turner spins, he turns, he throws over to first, and it's in plenty of time to get out number 3. And Wheeler gets himself a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the second. It is 2-0. Major League Baseball needs a salary cap. Why? Why? I'm just curious. I'm genuinely just curious. Because of is it because of the contracts? Because of like all the ridiculous contracts that we're getting now with Juan Soto and all that? Is that why? I'm just genuinely curious. I was doing some research today, and I never understood this. Okay. Thought that this was interesting. We'll talk about it in a little bit. I want to get to your thought, though, about this salary cap stuff. Let's stay on point here. I feel like telling Rodgers to stick something up and say he is retiring, says Chad. Well, that's pretty pleasant. That sounds pleasant. Why do you want him to retire? Because he's just that bad? I think he should do what he wants, man. Better for competition. Look at the NFL. The offseason is almost as exciting as the regular season. Sure. NBA has a salary cap, too. That's one way to look at it, I guess. I was thinking you were going to say because some of these contracts are so ridiculous. The pitch. There's a called strike that's on the inside corner. Rogers needs to go away, says Larry. 0-1 pitch. There's a knuckle curve that's taken for strike two. This guy has a knuckle curve too. What doesn't he have? He was the first AL Triple Crown Award winner since Shane Bieber, who did it back in 2020. But he didn't play in a full season that year. But for him to do it during a full season, that's awesome. 0-2 pitch. Grounder rolled over towards the third base side. Picked up by Keith, and the throw over to first is in time. And there's out number one. McKinstry, that is, excuse me. Father Time called. Aaron picked up the call. Yeah. It was like yesterday, like when you called me. Called into Aaron Rodgers' Batman hotline. To the hotline, Robin. Let's go. No balls, one strike. And the pitch to Nick Castellanos, and he takes a hack at a 90-mile-per-hour fastball that's right down Broadway, and he's down in the count 0-2. Castellanos last year played in all 162. 0-2 pitch to Casty. Grounder rolled over towards the right side of second base, and the throw over to first will be in plenty of time to get Castellanos. So Casty goes up against his former team and grounds out. And there's 2 up, 2 down. Now I'll bring up Bryson Stott. I'm curious to see how he does in this at-bat here again. Going up against a top pitcher. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. I do like how a lot of the hitters today so far, they're not necessarily swinging at the first pitch. And Scoobow's just throwing strikes. Like right there. There's a slider that's on the outside corner, but it is swung on and missed. So he's throwing strikes. And sometimes that just happens. Except I know I'm old and I'm past my prime. It's true. 0-2 pitch, and that's downstairs. Good eye. Marsh is on deck, and Buddy Kennedy is in the hole. Surprised they're having Marsh go up against a lefty. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Bryson Stott is down on strikes. That's now 4 strikeouts in 2 innings by Tariq Skubal. And we head to the top of the third. It's 2-0 Detroit. All right, so back to this whole thing. By the way, if you are new to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. Do that right now. I want us to get to 100 likes today. I'm on the road to getting 5,000 subscribers for opening day, and I'm 88 subscribers away. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that subscribe button just to help me out, and also just to extend the algorithm. So, be really cool. So I was doing some research today. And I was wondering, because I don't know if we ever talked about this on stream. Why are the Cincinnati Reds called the Reds? So I was a little bit curious about this. Okay? And so I found that the team actually, according to MLB.com, the name originated from the high red socks or stockings that the team wore with its knee-length pants. Okay, it was formed by a guy named Harry Wright back in 1869, and the team played its home games at Union Grounds, and that was just west of downtown, right? And so I never really understood that. But the high red knee socks became their defining characteristic and the source of their nickname. And so then I wanted to look up, well, what about Red Sox? As the first pitch is in there for a strike, and Wheeler is back out there to pitch. 0-1, and that's up high for a ball. And the Red Sox name originated back in 1908. The owner, his name was John Taylor. And now it was the owner of the team after the Boston National League team now, which is the Atlanta Braves, abandoned their red stockings. And they decided to adopt red as his team's color and named the team the Red Sox, which I think is really interesting. So why wouldn't they just call them the Red Stocks, you know? 1-2 pitch, and that's down for a ball. Previous pitch was fouled away. The Boston National team, which was known as the Red Stockings, and then later they were called the Doves. They decided to remove their red stockings from their uniforms due to concerns that the red dye could cause infections and spike wounds. So then John Taylor, who was the owner of the Boston American League team, which later became the Red Sox, saw an opportunity to capitalize on the abandoned nickname and the tradition, and that's how he decided to come up with the Red Sox. The pitch, line drive, hit out over towards right field. Castellanos gets under it and will make the catch. But I was first curious about it because, I was thinking of like all the name changes that we've had in the past, like now it's the Cleveland Guardians. There were the Indians before that. The Washington Commanders now. I was thinking of that that was just one of those teams that just maybe had an origin based off of historic, or that had a different historic context to it, but it was not the case. 1 ball, 1 strike. Last year, Wheeler had a .95 whip and a 2.57 ERA, which was first in the National League. 1-1 pitch, and there's a foul ball. He lost to Chris Sale, though. Still has not won a Cy Young Award, if you can believe that. He's 34 years old. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swing and a foul tip that goes out of the glove. Didn't that reach 97? JT is catching behind the plate today, in case you're wondering, for our audio viewers. The 1-2 delivery, that is a cold strike 3. Some movement on the sinker at 95. That pitch had a lot of life to it. Batter thought that it was going to run inside, and it just went out over towards the middle of the plate. It sort of had that inner movement and then just late outside movement at the very end. Chris Sale won Cy Young last year. And I think he won Comeback Player of the Year, too, which he deserved it. There was no doubt about it. The pitch, and that's outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. And the windup in the pitch. There's a pitch right down Broadway for strike 1. Glaber during spring training, hitting .304. Former New York Yankee, and he'll foul off the 1-1. Right back over towards the screen. Tonight, the Nets play against the Celtics. We will not be on for that game. 1-2, and that's fouled back again over towards the screen. The Flyers are also on tonight. We're not covering that either. I got to go out tonight. Flyers play at 7. Gostisbehere facing Michkov. Oof. About that. Ghost. Forgot he's on the Carolina Hurricanes. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Gleyber Torres. This is his 8th season in baseball. And he lays off the 1-2 as it misses off the plate. Keep hitting that like button and keep subscribing to the channel. We got another sub. Sick. And the 2-2 delivery, and that just misses outside, and not by much. See the replay of this. They don't have a strike zone, so it's sort of hard to tell. The 3-2 is tapped foul. And out of play. Seven pitches in this at-bat to Gleyber Torres. And the 3-2 barely misses again outside. A good at-bat by Gleyber. That's just two good eyes there, and Wheeler just could not get the calls. That is his first walk that he has allowed today. You saw that one pitch that he struck out Riley Green on. It was on a sinker that just sort of looked like it was going inside and then just dipped towards the right side at the very end before it was into the glove of JT. We saw two similar pitches like that on back-to-back pitches to Torres. Here's a slow roller that's grounded over towards the right side. Stott does get there, tosses it over to first, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, and we've played 2.5 and head to the bottom of the third. Hate to admit it, but the Phillies may be one of the dumbest names in team sports. I actually think it's a really cool name because it doesn't make sense. And it fits our city because our city does not make sense. I think it's kind of fitting, not going to lie. You know? When you really think about it, like, what is a Philly? What is a Philadelphian? Phillies is the smartest team name. I think that, yeah, I don't know. I think, like, when you really think about it, it's really interesting. It rolls off the tongue very well, the Phillies. I don't know. Houston Huskies is equally dumb, says Larry. That's the Huskies. That's different. We've reached 100 messages today, according to the restream. They want us to celebrate. I'm just celebrating with a victory today. That's how I'll celebrate. If you're tuning in on Twitch, welcome aboard. My name is Jason Joseph. Hit that follow button for me if you have not done so already. If you are on YouTube, hit the subscribe button as well. I don't know why they don't just call it follow on YouTube. That's another little thing that kind of gets to me because a subscriber, you know, you pay for a subscription usually. So, but they call that memberships. 0-1, and that is on the outside edge for strike 2 to Brandon Marsh. But they're going to review this, and it is a strike. The Banana Slugs? Which team is that? You mean the Savannah Bananas or no? Shibby's here. What's going on, my friend? 0-2, and that misses wide, and that's at 100 miles per hour. He's getting heated up. He's all warmed up now, Scubell. The 1-2 to Marsh, and he fouls it away. And note this, it's a lefty. 34 watching, not enough thumbs up, peoples. You're getting yelled at in the chat by Shibby. That's not good. Don't make him yell at you. 1-2 pitch, and there's a check swing, ground ball. Hit it over towards the third base side, and the third baseman's just going to have to eat it up. And Brandon Marsh is able to get a single towards that third base side. Not much that McKinstry could just do there. And Marsh, it gets aboard. Cool. Atlanta Atlantes. Yeah, like that's different. The Atlantes. The Atlanticas. Now that's, the Atlantics. That's cool. The Atlanta Atlantics. Maybe not. I take back what I said. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch is high for a ball. I call Santa Barbara. It's Buddy Kennedy, who batted .272 last year in the minors. Also had a slugging percentage of .458. Marsh leads off over at first, the 2-0 pitch. And Buddy Kennedy pops this one up over towards right field. It's carrying a little bit, but it's not too far. Back over towards the track. Kerry Carpenter will have enough room and he'll make the catch. The Yorkies. The Yorkies are dogs. Yorkies. Here comes Trey Turner. The pitch to Trey, swing and a miss. No balls, one strike, one out, bottom of the third. Runner on at first, and the pitch to Trey. Line drive hit towards left center field for a base hit. Marsh is rounding second, and he will go over to third base easily. Trey pumps the brakes. The throw is drawn over towards second, and there is runners at the corners for the Phils. All right. Some of these pitches have been missing at spots from Scubell, and he was cruising along in the first two innings, and during this third inning here, he's just had a little bit of trouble. Can't believe Buddy flied out on a 2-0 count. But good for Trey, and here's the pitch to Harper. Line drive hit out over towards left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Marsh will score, and the Phillies are going to be on the board. They're down 2-1 on an opposite field RBI single by Bryce Harper. Good swing on the barrel. He's had some good swings out towards left center field today. Or left field, I should say. All right. Phillies are batting around. That's what you do when you see him for the second time. Goes through the order the first time, and now he's struggling. And now it's Alec Bohm coming up to bat, who struck out looking his last time up on a 90-mile-per-hour pitch. And he takes the changeup downstairs for ball one. Let's go, chat. Charge! I have to turn this up a little bit for y'all. 1-0 pitch to Bohm. Ground ball hit over towards second base. The flip over to shortstop. There's one. The throw over to first in time. And the inning is over. A 4-6-3 double play is what ends it. And we head to the fourth. So it's 2-1. Detroit. Phillies get a run back, though, on an RBI opposite field single by Bryce. How's everybody's Saturday going so far? Guys got any plans for tonight or today? Let me know. New Orleans has no soul. We got 2 more subs, baby. Let's go. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. What's going on today for y'all? Who had beer for breakfast, says Shibby. There's such thing as beer for breakfast? I've never heard of that before. Larry says, who didn't? Beer for breakfast? What the? First of all, like, what the? Beer for breakfast? And second of all, like, what type of beer would you have just to start off your day? That's actually a thing? Harper, by the way, is hitting 423 during spring training so far, thanks to a notification I got on Twitter from a very valuable source that just went away. It was Phillies tailgate. The pitch, and there's a called strike. And the pitch, and there's a foul ball. Is Javi playing? Bateman Nation, what's going on? How are you, my friend? Rashad Bateman Nation in the chat. Love it. Javier is playing. He is actually up next. Colt Keith is up to bat right now. It's no balls, 2 strikes. Zach Wheeler is pitching. And the 0-2 pitch. There's some shadows now, and that's fouled off. Captain Crunchbeard, duh. Well, I don't know if a lot of people would have thought about that. You're funny. 0-2 pitch. That's down. Wheeler hasn't really gone to the splitter too much today, but he decided to go to it there. Still ahead in the count, 1-2. Infield shifted over towards the right side. Turner's actually playing up the middle from what they showed us. And the 1-2 pitch, and that is launched out towards left center field, and then it'll drop in for a base hit. Marsh does cut it off, and he throws it to the cutoff man. And Cole Keith retreats back over to first, and he gets on with his second base hit today. Had a 2-run double out towards the left center field gap, his first time up. And now it's Javi Baez, who will follow up after Colton Keith. I guess that, if you're going to a Dage or something, then, you want to pregame before. And if the Dage starts at noon, I guess that you got to technically have it in the morning. So I guess that there is such thing as a beer for breakfast. No balls, 1 strike to Javier Baez in the pitch, and there's a ground ball hit over towards shortstop. This could be 2. The throw to second, there's 1. The throw to first in plenty of time for a double play. So Javi grounded out to first his first time up and grounds into a double play here. Good pitch, too, by Zach. Not too shabby from Zach today. Just the little hiccup in the first. You figured that was going to be it. And the pitch, there's a fly ball hit out over towards right field. And Castellanos will get underneath it as he backpedals, and he'll make the catch just shy of the track. The inning is over. We head to the bottom of the 4th. No runs, 1 hit. And the Phillies are coming back up to bat. Bateman Nation, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Guys, my name is Jason. All right, I'm from South Jersey. I have been on YouTube for this is our third season of doing Phillies baseball. We've never done spring training before. We're doing it this year. We want to get to that 5,000 subscriber marker before spring training. We've also been doing the Sixers. We've been doing 76ers basketball games. They're awful. We've been also doing Philadelphia Eagles football as well. So, yeah. We have fun. We're going to be doing some more baseball this year, too. So if you enjoy these calls, they're more so relaxed. And it's cool. If you're away from your desk in the afternoon and you can't watch the TV and you just want to hear something on a background noise, I encourage you all to tune in. Jason Joseph from Jersey, Triple J. Yes, sir. My favorite team is the Hornets. Yeah, we are absolutely terrible. Yeah, I mean, I say that the Sixers have been bad this year, but I don't think we know what's bad compared to you guys. You and the Washington Wizards, you know? Here comes Kyle Schwarber. First pitch is in there for a strike. Second pitch, well, he goes around. Was on the outside corner, and he sort of half swung at that pitch. That's the second time he's done that today. He's down in the count 0-2, and the pitch to Schwarber, swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. 3 straight fastballs. That one climbed the ladder at 98. He's just one of those players that has struggled in spring training. I know he had that 3-run homer the other day, and it was nice to see him hit a home run, but he's been off to a very slow start. Not saying that I'm worried. Not at all. Because I still expect June Schwarber to be a thing. First pitch to JT, and that's a called strike, and he hesitates a little bit, wondering if he should challenge that, and he decides not to. Hey, we're better than the Wizards. That's true. That is true. 0-1 to JT, and there's a high hopper hit over towards second base, and the throw over to first is in time, and JT is out by a step. 2 quickies. And Castellanos is due up next. Hornets more like fruit flies. JJ, never heard those ads? Beer isn't beer. It isn't just for breakfast anymore. No, I've never heard of that before. I need to get a life. I do. Like there's certain things that I'm not caught up to with pop culture. Seriously. This is what just watching sports does to me. But even like on the commercials, no. Maybe I have, but I just can't think about it now. Maybe my mind's just blank. First pitch to Casty, it's fouled back. Second pitch, he hits a slow tapper over towards the third base side. It is a foul ball, and Scubell, as soon as it rolled foul, he just put a glove on it and shoveled it over towards the dugout. All right, let's go. George! Triple J from one JJ to another. All right, who changed their name? Just kidding, just kidding. I don't think anybody changed their name. What's going on, my friend? Scoop Puck, if he played hockey. Is that what you're going to call him? How many people do we have tuning in? Make sure you guys let us know who you are down below. I'd really appreciate that. Got 5 people watching on the vertical. That's cool. The 0-2 to Casty, and he looks at strike 3 right at 100 miles per hour down Broadway, and the inning is over. So, a 1-2-3 inning for Tariq Scubell. He strikes out 2 batters and gets JT to ground out to second. We've played 4 frames and head to the top of the 5th. Triple J says, I'm a Cubs fan. It's been rough. Ugh. I'm happy that we have fans on here, and of course everybody's welcome, don't get me wrong. But it's kind of nice to be able to have fans that have that blue-collar mentality type of a thing that are just cool. I was so happy when the Cubs won the World Series back in 2016. That was personally one of my favorite World Series that I got to watch. And I don't really know the history of Chicago like that, but to be able to have a franchise for so many years go through so much, and even just in recent history with with the foul ball incident and Milton Bradley, I can't think of the name, Catching Hell, that whole documentary. I still have that on DVD. But just to be able to go from that and win the championship, it's really cool. And it's special, and you'll always remember it. I like rooting for the underdog. And even that year, it's Cleveland going up against Chicago. That was the whole 3-1 season, right? That was the whole year where OKC was down 3-1. Was up 3-1 against Golden State in the NBA Western Conference Finals. Warriors came back to win. Warriors were up 3-1 in the championship against the Cavs. And the Cavs came back, and LeBron James and Kyrie Irving came back and beat the Warriors. And then you guys were down 3-1 in the World Series. And then my favorite tweet of all time, it's not my favorite tweet, but as soon as the Cubs won the World Series, Draymond Green posted on Twitter, 3-1 sucks. The pitch, Nets down and inside for ball 2. Yeah, Dexter Fowler's leadoff homer in Game 7. That was sick. I am a freak. I am a sports freak. I can officially classify that as myself. I have problems. But so do you guys, and that's why you guys are here. It's good problems. 2 balls, 1 strike, top of the 5th. Nobody on, nobody out. And the pitch from Wheeler, swing and a miss. 108 years, says Larry. Yep. I'm also a Bears fan. Yep. I feel that. 2-2 pitch. There's a line drive, foul ball. You guys have had a good offseason, though, so far. Two-two pitch. There's a swing and a miss, and Zach Wheeler goes with the cutter at 89 miles per hour. 1 strikeout. 2 strikeouts for Zach Wheeler today. Not 200, just 2. The pitch, and there's a foul ball. We always have a good offseason, JJ. Hey, JJ, I'm creating a GIF with a cavalry general leading with a charge, horse and a rider across the screen. Does that sound good? The 0-1 pitch, and that's a foul ball. I don't want to get too animated with the emojis because I don't really know how many members we're going to get this year. So I want to stick. I like some creative ones, but I want to stick. I want us to get Schwarber, Casty. I want us to get the main ones first because we don't have too many members, And I want us to stick to. I don't want us to go too overboard, if that makes sense. Of course, I would love those kinds of stuff down the line, but I don't want to overdo it now because we only have 15 or 12? I don't even think we have 15. 1-2 pitch. That's outside for ball 2. Oh, it's a GIF. Why did I say emoji? Sure, you can create that as a GIF. Oh my gosh, I'm I'm doing too much at once. 1 out, top of the 5th, nobody on, and the 2-2 pitch from Wheeler, swing and a miss. And there is out number 2, and back-to-back strikeouts. 1, 2, and 3. See those chairs in the chat. My bad, I misread that. The pitch, here it is, swing and a miss. I don't understand how Chicago has 2 baseball teams. I've never understood that. Like, why they still have 2 baseball teams. And Reinsdorf doesn't want to sell, you know? 0-1, and there's a ground ball hit over towards the first base side. Harper plays it on a bounce, and Perez is out as Harper does tag the bag. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Good day by Zach Wheeler. Let's go. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Okay. Yeah. I totally misread that. As a GIF, yeah. Sure. As a GIF, that'd be kind of cool. New York has 2 teams. Yeah, but that's different. Like, they're a big market, right? The Dodgers have 2 teams. Like, I understand that. But what's a GIF? A GIF is a moving picture. It's the in-between of a video and a picture. It has motion to it. That's the best way I can put it. So, like, it's something that's looped, you know? Is that a good way to explain it? They call it a graphic interchange format. They're animated, moving image files. Like Swoop, like when I had like the and then I would have Swoop going across the screen. Philly had 2 MLB teams for a year. Yeah, but like I just don't like the idea though. Like, you're separating the city. The city, I like having just one team to root for. I would hate it if my city was divided and they were like, you know, you got to root for one or the other. I don't like that. But for like New York and LA, I get it because they're so big. But for Philly, it doesn't make sense. Chicago, I don't think it makes sense either. Pitch, and there's a swing and a foul ball to Bryson Stott. And the pitch is right at the knees for strike 2 at 97. So Scubell's pitching. Still 53 pitches. Got Stott to strike out swinging his first time up, and Stott gets a piece of the four-seamer and stays alive. The 0-2 pitch, check swing. Did Stott go? They say no, sir. He did not. 83 subscribers away from 5K on opening day. Beautiful. Next pitch, and Stott gets barely, and I mean barely, a piece of it. If I don't read your comments, don't take it personally. 1-2 pitch, and there's a line drive that's hit out over towards center field and drops in for a single, and Bryson Stott gets on with the base hit and, well, took advantage of a hanger from Scubell. And that was a little mistake, and good for Bryson. But to finish out my point, I can't read everybody's chat. It's not like I'm ignoring you or anything. So if you guys have something important that you do want to say, I read all super chats. I do. Every single super chat I do read. Here's Marsh as he grounds this one over towards the first base side. They think about throwing it over to second base. The throw back over to first. Scubel, did he cover the bag? They say that Marsh was safe. The throw was made back over to Scubel. I think that his foot was off the bag, and they're going to call that an infield single for Brandon Marsh. That's his second one today. Wow. That was an odd play. So he hit a bouncer. Keith had to go get it, backhand it, thought about throwing it over to second base. Scubel caught it, and he just did not tag the bag, nor did he tag Brandon Marsh. That's what the umpire said over at first. And so there's runners over at first and second now, and the Phillies have something cooking here. So some small ball action from the quote-unquote daycare. And Buddy Kennedy stares at ball one. That was a mental mistake there from Tariq Scubel. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch to Buddy. Foul ball. One pitch on the way, and there is a strike. 2, it's a slider. Here's the 1-2. There's a fly ball that's hit out over towards right field. Kerry Carpenter gets underneath it with ease, and he'll make the grab. Stott tags from second. The throw is drawn over to second base, but Stott will easily go over to third. Marsh retreats over to first, and the runners are over at the corners. Now it's Trey Turner coming up to bat. All right, let's lock in. Tying runs over at third. And the pitch to Trey is swing and a miss. That fastball was upstairs. No balls. 1 strike to Trey Turner. Trey's 1 for 2. He's singled back in the third. And the 0-1, he swings and misses at another fastball upstairs. Not by much. It's at 99. It's not like these pitches are way too high. It's getting him at the high level with the fastballs. Put it in play and try to get a sac fly here. 0-2 to Turner. And he lifts this one out over towards center field. This will be deep enough to score the runner from third. The catch is made. And Stott tags up. He'll score, and we're tied up at 2 apiece. And Bryce Harper's coming up to bat. Let's go. Good swing, too, by Trey. Here comes Bryce Harper to the plate. BH3, baby. Let's see the Harper emotes. First pitch to Harper, swing and a miss. Got a slider right down the middle. All right. Let's go, chat. Charge! Harper's 2 for 2 today with singles out to left field, including an RBI single. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Got another slider right down the middle. It's funny how Scubel goes to 2 pitches that are a little bit high, and he throws fastballs to Trey. Even though Trey still got a piece of one and got the job done, he throws 2 off-speed pitches to Bryce Harper here. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Got a changeup that disappeared out of the zone. And the inning is over. Phillies tied this baby up at 2 apiece on a sac fly by Trey Turner. The inning is over. We played 5 frames. Would have loved it if Bryce came through there. Time is it? It's only 2:20. This game is, what, an hour and 15 minutes old? Did you guys see the video of Paul Skeens reacting to him making the opening day roster? It's funny, they saw Bubba pitch yesterday, and they saw it on the TV as soon as Skeens was called into Derek Shelton's office. Thought that was kind of funny. Hit the thumbs up button, folks. Hit the subscribe button as well. Let us know where you're tuning in from and how you found out about Play-by-Play with JJ. Appreciate you all so much for being on here. Help us out by hitting that thumbs up button and subscribing to the channel. We got 42 viewers over on the main YouTube one, so that's nice. Only 27 likes, though. We got to get that number up. Let's get to 50. Let's try to get to 50. All right. Let's start a poll. Can we get to 50 likes? I'm going to make sure that we type that in right now once I find out where I put the darn keyboard. There it is. It's right in front of you. Sometimes you look around and you don't realize that the thing that you're looking for is in your own backyard. Funny. Okay. Can we get to 100? Can we get to 50 likes? Yes or no? Am I glitching? Please let me know. I found JJ from Philly Take with RB. That is correct. I remember that now. I remember that. Yeah, you did. Was that the first game I subbed in for him? I'll never forget that day. That was so cool. Everybody was rocking in that chat. The pitch, and there's a called strike on the outside corner as Jose Alvarado is pitching. No glitch, JJ. Thanks. Appreciate it. We just got mentioned on X. Oh, thank you. Dr. Shibby. Shibby, you're the best. I don't even follow you, man. Oh, now I do. I didn't know that you were on Twitter, man. 0-2 pitch on the way, and that's down for a ball. Alvarado last year at a 4.09 ERA. Did have 13 saves, though, which did lead the team. The 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. That cutter was filthy. It disappeared out of the zone and looked like it was a slider. Holy cow. This guy is on. Oof. Is Jose Alvarado back, man? Is Jose Alvarado back? Or is it still too premature? 1 out, top of the 6th, the pitch. And that's at 102 miles per hour, but it's low. I think he's back. Hasn't reached 102 in like 2 years. 1-0 pitch, that's 101, and it's a called strike. Right down the middle. The 1-1 pitch from Alvarado, that's at 102 again as it catches the inside corner for strike 2. 3 straight pitches in triple digits for Alvarado. The lefty, the 1-2 on the way. That cutter was at 96, and that one looks good to swing at, but Torres holds his horses. He has been the best thing that the Phillies have had in spring training. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 102 again. Back-to-back strikeouts by filthy Alvarado. Oof. It's getting hot. Summertime isn't even here yet, Jose. It's not even summertime yet. Chill. First pitch here, and it's at 102, and it's down again. Don't throw the arm out, though. 102 is how many likes we need. Dude, thank you so much for posting on Twitter. That's so sick. Next pitch, that's at 101, right down Broadway. The sinkers are just ridiculous. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's not even sweating, but he will call for time. I have to remember to. So if you could cut those 2 strikeout calls, I would appreciate that. Oof. 1 ball, 1 strike. They just called for time. Alvy kicks and delivers, and it's in the dirt. Another cutter that misses. The cutters he's been throwing down and away for the most part. But the one that he had was a little bit higher than the rest of the pitches, was really good. 2-1 pitch, and that sinker just misses down for ball 3. 101. Jose's throwing 102 in March, folks. 3-1 pitch, and that's fouled away. Last year, I think he only reached 100. I don't think he reached 100 a lot of times last year. The year before, he did. 2022, he most certainly did. The payoff pitch from Alvarado. Fouled back towards the screen. Wonder how Steve Bartman is doing nowadays, says John. Yeah, we were just talking about him. Just talking about him. Alvarado takes a quick breath. Gets set just below the letters. The payoff pitch from Jose Alvarado. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. He strikes out the side, goes with the cutter, and Alvarado gets all smiles from the dugouts. Wow. I'm cutting that right now. Strikes out the side. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Jose Alvarado is back. Say it louder for the goon hacks in the back, says Liberal Tear Creator. Wow. He threw in that inning at least, I think he threw 10 pitches at over 100. I think he threw 10 pitches over 100 miles per hour. Keep that arm healthy. Keep that arm healthy. Is Alvarado the closer? Is Jose Alvarado the closer? Let me know in the chat. Is Alvarado the closer now? Go to the bottom of the 6th. I think if Alvarado throws like that, he's undisputedly the closer of this team. The question is, can he do it on a consistent basis? The pitch, and that's down and away for a ball. If only we had this last year, I think that we could have had more depth, even more depth with the bullpen. 1-1, swing and a miss. It was actually a foul ball, excuse me. Larry says to start the season, yes. So it was a 1-0 count, and now it's a 1-1 count. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 2-2. We should make a restaurant called Alvarado's Cutters. 1-1. Foul ball. There's a new pitcher out there. His name is Brendan Hanafy, who's 26. He's from Harrisonburg, Virginia. So Tariq Skubel's day is done. 1-2 pitch, and that's going to go off the fielding glove of the pitcher. And the ball bounces over towards second base. The throw over to first. It goes behind the first baseman, hits the rail, and Bohm gets on base. And I think that they'll call it an E4. That's going to go down technically as a 1-4, I guess, infield single, right? Because it went off the pitcher's glove. Yeah, they call it an infield single for now. Okay. The pitcher actually, looking at the replay, he just threw his glove on it. I don't know why. He wanted to just, I guess, get some sort of resistance. I don't even know how he had time to throw the glove down. Like, take his glove off and just throw it at it? That's really weird. Jose Alvarado just pitched another scoreless inning. He struck out the side and threw 9 pitches that were over 100. That were over 100. He hit one that was exactly 100. No balls. 1 strike to Kyle Schwarber. So we got a runner on over at first. 0-1 to Kyle. That is low and away for ball 1. The 1-1 pitch to Schwarber, swing and a miss. That changeup was disgusting. We need to win spring training. This game is key, says Shivy. Jokes aside, I think you all know what my number 1 takeaway is going to be today. 1-2 to Schwarber. And there's another called strike 3. And Schwarber goes down looking at a fastball. He knew it. At 97. That is a hat trick of strikeouts today for Kyle Schwarber. They're throwing him a mixture of pitches, too. Alvarado this spring. A 0 ERA and a .83 whip. We're going to dissect his pitches after this game. We're going to do that. First pitch to JT is taken for ball 1. 1-0 pitch, and that's low and away for ball 2. I don't think I've actually seen him pitch that good since 2022. I'm being serious. I don't think I've seen him pitch that well since 2022. This was his best performance that he's had in possibly the last 2 years. Shibby says needs to do better. Yeah, okay. 2 balls, no strikes. Bottom of the 6th. 1 out. A runner on over at first. And the pitch. And that's inside for ball 4. Yeah, that's ball 4. NBC Sports was late. Missed a pitch. And so JT gets on with a walk. This was more like a 3-pitch walk. Now here comes Castellanos. Nick just hitting a $130 in spring training. 0 for 2 today he is. And the first pitch, he takes a sinker at 95 right down the pike. Saw that Matt Waldron, who pitches for the Padres, has an oblique strain. He'll be missing some time. A 1-pitch ground ball hit over to second base. This could be 2. The throw to shortstop, there's 1 at second, and the throw over to first in time. And that is the second time today that the Phillies have grounded into a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. The guy who was stranded over at third base, Alec Bohm, did it the first time. And well, we go to the 7th. It's still tied up at 2 apiece. Tomorrow is Selection Sunday. Oh, oblique is Wes Wilson's injury, right? I'm 95% sure. I'll fact check. It is also oblique, yes. Hit the thumbs up button, folks. Subscribe to the channel. And turn on the notification bell icons. What got you into baseball? When did your baseball fandom start? For those of you that are new to the channel. And for those of you that have been on here for a while, you can share too. We want us to get more people involved. And I think that that's what makes this thing really cool. Listen to this. This is from Jeff Kerr. Is a full crowd at Citizens at a Baycare ballpark for a spring training game. Phillies fans are packed. They packed the place to see their team. It's just what they do. That is what they do. Another guy coming on in. It's Jordan Romano. Another big outing for this guy. Let's see how he does today. First pitch by Romano, swinging a ground ball, hit over towards shortstop, sliding stop by Turner. He spins, he turns, he gets up, throws it over to first base, and just gets Keith out. Smooth play by Trey Turner, and he smiles right over to Bryson Stott. That was a good play by Trey. It's like a weird bounce. It went right in between the wickets of Romano, and Trey Turner got on one knee, had a little slide, and had to get up and spin and turn and throw it over to first. Did it all in one motion, and there's 1 out. And now it's Javi Baez coming up again. He grounded into a 6-4-3 double play to end the 4th inning. Actually, it wasn't to end the 4th inning, but it was to get the first 2 outs of the 4th. 0-1, and that, did it hit the jersey? Yep, it did. Umpire says it did. And Baez will be rewarded first base. We need 83 more subscribers for us to get to 5,000, baby. Let's go. Already in the top of the 7th. Actually hit him right on the elbow guard. Oof. Alvarado this spring, 6 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 15. And I mean 15 strikeouts. One ball, no strikes, and the pitch. And there's a slider at 85 for strike 1. Next week, if you are going to be on very early on the East Coast, we will be up and ready for the Tokyo series. If you want to get up with me early in the morning, or if you have to go into work early, or if you have to go into school, you're more than welcome to put us on. The game begins at 6 a.m. on Tuesday and Wednesday. 1-1 pitch. That's a called strike throw over the second base. It's a little bit wide. Turner went to go cover the bag, and Bryson Stott was there to back him up. That throw was way too far towards the left side for JT to throw it. It was a bad throw. Thank goodness Stott was there, because if he wasn't, that thing goes into the outfield. McKinstry's in the box. Baez swipes second. Is the go-ahead runner. Romano comes set above the belt, kicks and fires the pitch, and that's fouled back. He's throwing 96 with a four-seamer. Come on, Romano, get out of this. The 1-2 delivery, swing and a miss. What a beautiful backdoor slider that was. And there is out number 2. Wow. Not playing the strikeout sound just yet. Yep, all right, good. 2 outs now. And the pitch to Young, that is swung on and missed. Two outs, top of the 7th. Runner on at second. The next pitch, another nice slider that swung on and missed. That slider has a lot of life to it. The spin that he's been able to put on that, you can just see that the velocity just looks so deceiving. 0-2 delivery, and he climbs the ladder with the fastball, but the at-bat is still alive, so it was fouled away. No balls, 2 strikes. Go ahead, runner is in scoring position. 2 outs, 0-2 pitch. It's a slider in the dirt, and the batter says no thank you. Romano checks the runner at second, looks back to the plate, checks the runner again, and the 1-2 delivery is grounded over to first. Backhanded by Harper, flips it back over to Romano, and the inning is over. Good job by Romano to get out of the inning, and we head to the bottom of the 7th. It's still 2-2 at a Baycare Ballpark. Very good. Hit by pitch. McKinstry strikes out, and Young rounds out to first. Bottom of the 7th. All right, let's take a look at some of the out-of-town scores, shall we? Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, folks. Mods, I need y'all to be active, man. You know, you can talk to people and chat. That's cool, But remind everybody to like and subscribe. Always remember to do that. Never hurts. Let's get more and more people on here because it's easy to forget. So hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, folks, and turn on the bell icons as well. We got 35 likes, 47 people watching. We got to get to the 50 marker. That was the question that we had in the poll, and we need 12 more. Come on, man. The only way for us to get more people on here is to get more likes. That's why I emphasize it a lot. And I want more people to find out about us. Because they deserve it. They do. They deserve to have good play-by-play available to them. You know? Yes. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, out-of-town scores. Let's do that now. Braves are up 3-2 against the Boston Red Sox. That game's in the bottom of the 6th. Boston's up to bat. Pirates have a 5-4 lead in the bottom of the 4th against the Baltimore Orioles. That game has been pretty long so far. The Yankees lead at 6-4 against the Tampa Bay Rays. That game is in the top of the 6th. The Yankees are up to bat. Cardinals have a 5-3 lead against the Toronto Blue Jays. That game is also in the top of the 6th. And the Astros won earlier today. They won 6-4 against the Miami Marlins. The pitch, and there's a ball to Bryson Stott. Hanfree still is out there to pitch. Hanafy, they call him. And the next pitch is outside for ball 2. Two-0 pitch to Stott. In the air. Hit out over towards right center field. It's carrying. It'll go over towards the warning track, but the catch is made right on the track by the center fielder, Wenzel Perez. Reach the 2-hour mark. Very good. Keep the likes coming and keep the subscribers coming as well. Marsh is due up in the batting order. And the first pitch he sees is a changeup. That's at the kneecaps for strike 1. The leg kick and the next pitch is down for a ball. Is that a sequel that just flew on by Hanafy? Looked like it was coming right at him and he got out of the way. Marsh is 2 for 2 with a pair of singles and a run scored as well. And the pitch. Inside and low as well. Tomorrow afternoon, the Phillies take on the Baltimore Orioles. That game will be at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time, as the 2-1 delivery is down again. And then on Monday, the Titans will host the Toronto Blue Jays, who are 12-7 in spring training. Then on Tuesday, Phillies will play the Pirates. 3-1 is bounced foul. 83 subscribers away, baby. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hanafy comes set and fires the pitch. Bouncing ball, hit over towards the right side. The second baseman has it, plays it on a bounce, throws it over to first. And another out. Let's go, another one. 82 away. 82 subs away from 5,000. Whoever just subscribed, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Same time, same JJ. I don't know if I'll be the same. I might be, you never know. Like I might be energetic JJ, or I might be mellow JJ, or like low key. Or I might be antsy JJ. I'm never the same. You never know what types of curveballs you're going to see on this channel. 0-1 pitch to Buddy Kennedy, and he stares at a slider that's in there for strike 2. 0-2 pitch to Buddy, and he slaps it foul. A 2 pitch, bouncing ball, hit over towards shortstop again, gobbled up, and the throw over to first is low, but it is dug out by Keith over at first, and the inning is over. It's time to go to the 8th, and we're still tied 2-2. Good. Excellent. All right. So we got some notes that we will talk about after this game. We actually do have a post-game show during the regular season, which is not too far away. We will be doing phone calls. We got our hotline working, which is awesome. And we also have a Discord server as well, which we will be getting to work as well, too. And after each game, what we'll do is we'll take like a 5-minute break. We'll set up for the post-game show. And then we go into the opening monologue, talk about our thoughts on the game. We're doing it for every single one, pretty much. Unless there's an Eagles game or unless there's something else I have to do afterwards, which is going to be 95% of the time we're doing phone calls. That's how it goes. 95 to 97. So, but I want this to be like a full production type of a thing. So I want to give you guys the best content out there. We're doing Sunday Night Baseball as well. And I want us to take the channel to a lot of places. I want us to grow, and I don't want us to just be a Phillies community. I want us to be centered around the Phillies, but I want us to expand to other teams as well. And the more work that you put into something, the more that you get out of it. So I want to take a chance this year. And that's what we're going to do. But that's how things are going to roll during the regular season. And I'm excited. Very, very excited about that. Top of the 8th inning. It's 2-2 at a Baker ballpark. And Orion Kirkering is going to pitch now. First pitch from Orion, and that's down for ball 1. He's actually had a very good spring training, too. He hasn't gotten a lot of love, but he's been doing his thing, really. I mean, did he give up one hiccup earlier? Yeah. But pretty good. Last season had a 2.29 ERA, only allowed 2 homers, and struck out 74 batters in 63 innings. A 1 pitch, and there's a fly ball hit out over towards right field. It'll stay in the yard. It's drifting over towards the line, and there to make the grab out in right field is Kroon. JJ, if you do Yankees games, you'll get more people. That is actually incorrect. I don't know why that repeated. That's weird. But that is incorrect. And do you know why? The pitch and that's outside. Because there's more Yankees creators that are out there. And last year when we did the ALCS, our numbers were down because of that. The NLCS, our numbers were up because there wasn't a lot of people doing Mets or Dodgers. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch, and there's a called strike. The Yankees might be the more popular team, but just because they're popular means that they have more streamers. That's what you have to understand. 2-1, swinging a foul ball. Like, can you name me a Washington National streamer on YouTube? Is there a Washington National streamer on YouTube? Is there a Pittsburgh Pirates streamer on YouTube? What about a White Sox streamer? 2-2 pitch. That's outside for ball 3. So that'll make the count now 3-2. But they're going to challenge this. And that is a strike. So Kerkering is going to get the strikeouts. Beautiful. There's out number 2. Two outs, top of the 8th inning. The next pitch is a sweeper. That looked like it was in there for a strike. And it was. Cow's out in left. It's actually Fergus who's playing out in right field. Mercado is out in center for the Phils. Next pitch is taken for a called strike. This is where all the new guys come on in. 0-2 pitch, and another called strike 3 by Kerkering. So Orion goes into another inning, and it's just another day at the office for OK. And he was A-OK today. Bullpen's looking great. I'm impressed with the bullpen so far. Except for Matt Strom, and I know that he's been dealing with a shoulder injury, and that explains it as to why he was struggling. But hopefully he can get that right, because we need Matt Strom. We need Matt Strom. We need good bullpen pitching this year. By the way, shout out to Max Coverage TV. Shout out to my boy. Cardinals have a 6-3 lead against the Blue Jays. Yankees lead at 6-4. We're going to the bottom of the 8th here out at Baycare Ballpark. It's still 2-2. How do we get here, JJ? Great question. Colton Keith had a 2-run double in the top of the first off of Zach Wheeler. They were not earned runs. Bohm did make an error over at third, and that's what caused Riley Green to get on. And then Carpenter had a single, and then Colton Keith had a 2-run double. Harper had an opposite field RBI single in the bottom of the 3rd to make it 2-1, and then Trey Turner tied it on a sac fly in the bottom of the 5th. That's all the scoring she wrote so far. This game is flying. So all the stars are out now for the Phils. Briske is going to go out there to pitch the bottom of the 8th inning. And Mercado's up to bat. And he stares at a pitch that's at 94 on the inside corner for strike 1. Briske. Last season played in 46 games, started in 12. And the 0-1 pitch, grounder, rolled over towards the right side of second base. And the second baseman has it, gobbles it up, throws it over to first, and 1 away. This is Rafael Marchand hitting on the left side. And the first pitch he sees is a changeup that's right down the middle for a strike. Isn't Marchand technically a switch hitter? Every time I see him up, he's batting on the left side. He is a switch hitter. But you see him batting on the left side more now. The pitch, there's a ball. It's now 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch to Marchand. It's popped up. It's foul behind the plate, and it'll find the seats. Roki Sasaki during World Baseball Classic play in Japan. Read you these stats after this pitch. 1-2, check swing. He did not go. 3 2/3, 2 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Brusque comes set at the letters and fires, and it's fouled off again towards the left field side, and out of play she goes. Can somebody explain to me what the difference is between a corn dog and a hot dog? Very random question. The 2-2 pitch. There's a grounder rolled over towards first base. Keith has it, flips it back over towards Brusque, and there's out number 2. I generally don't know the difference. And I guess I could look it up. But it's not as fun. What's better, a corn dog or a hot dog? 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. We are tied 2-2. And Christian Arroyo's up. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Dave's here. What's up, Dave? How are you? What's going on? No balls, 1 strike to Christian Arroyo. The pitch, he gets fooled on a slider and chases after it. Larry says a hot dog's better. So what's the difference? Never had a corn dog. Is a corn dog like a hot dog? No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Ground ball hit over towards third base. Scooped up. And the throw across the diamond is in plenty of time. And the inning is over. And we go to the top of the 9th. A thriller of a game. 2-2 is the score. A corn dog, this is according to John, is a hot dog that's dipped in. Oh, I got to scroll back up. It's dipped in cornbread mix. So that's why they call it a corn dog? I thought that the corn dogs that you can sort of decorate, well, the hot dogs you can too if you go to Five Guys or whatever. Some people put interesting stuff in their hot dogs, which I've never understood. But they treat it like it's a hoagie. But I thought that was more so with the corn dogs. What's better, a corn dog or corn... What is that, cornbread? I can't see the emotes. It's a little bit hard to see. Hot dog on a stick with a fried cornbread outer coating. Okay. Okay, got you. Am I missing much with that? It's served skewered on a stick. Okay. Am I missing something with that? Or no? I've always wanted to know what that was. Corn dog is portable. Okay. JJ's learning something new every day. It's cool. I like how I can just ask random questions whenever. And then chat's just here and they're just like helping me out with things. It's kind of funny. Just like, and I have to re-listen to the story, but the time Vin Scully learned of the word goat was really funny. He didn't know what goat meant. Just go listen to that. That's a very good story. I remember the one thing he said, he's like, I thought he was talking about an animal, but a goat. Devin Sweet's going to pitch here in the top of the 9th. Oh, boy. He has struggled during spring training, and the pitch, ground ball hit over towards third base, and the third baseman has it, throws it over to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. Can't really put toppings on a corn dog. Maybe dip it in something. Okay. Yeah, because you said it's on a stick, so that makes a lot of sense. Have to go walk the corn dog. How corny. Goat. Greatest of all time. Go listen to that story. It's a funny one. I forget how he put it, and I could never replicate a Vince Scully story like that. You know, that's his. 0-1. That's wide and high for ball 1. Devin Sweet has really struggled in spring training so far. He's looking to try to get a clean 9th inning here. 1-1, and he throws a changeup. That's at the kneecaps for strike 2. This is Alvarado, who's up to bat. The pitch, way up high and way outside for ball 2. Sorry, this is Mendoza who's up to bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Devin Sweet on the hill as he gets set at the letters, winds up and fires, and it's off the plate again. I'm sure that you guys know who Kevin Harlan is. I feel like baseball would be so good for Kevin Harlan. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Another strikeout for the Phillies bullpen. That fastball was, honestly, it had a lot of life to it. Mustard on hot dogs is disgusting, says Asia. Yeah, I'm not really a ketchup mustard guy on hot dogs. I know, people find that weird. Now, mayo on a hot dog is fine. The pitch, and that's off the plate for a ball. Oof. 1-0 pitch. And that pitch is inside, but they're going to check to appeal, and the third base umpire says no swing. The pitch. And that's on the outside corner. According to the home plate umpire for a strike. Myers chirps a little bit. The umpire doesn't even say a word. Mayo on hot dogs is degenerate. I am a degenerate. How'd you know? 2-1. Swing and a miss. Says Larry. Mayo on hot dogs is degenerate. That's what I am. On a burger, sure. Yes. I'm sly, man. 2-2 pitch. It's popped up in foul territory. On the run to try to make the basket catch. Oh, he could not get there. He got there, but then it just popped out of the glove. I think it actually hit the netting first, and then it popped out of the glove. That was the third baseman, Verdugo. Yeah, it hit the net first. Okay. Count is still 2-2. Two outs in the top of the 9th. Nobody on. The pitch. Down. Three balls, 2 strikes. This is Christopher Myers up to bat. Payoff pitch on the way. Down low again. Slider, he tried to go with it not once, not twice, but 3 times. And all 3 times it was low. John puts mint centipede on his hot dog. Larry, is there something that you want to tell us? How do you know these things about everybody? The pitch, swing and a miss. I mean, technically he did say yesterday that he sees and hears everything. No, you didn't say that you see everything, but you hear everything. See, now there's a difference between hearing and listening. So are you really hearing or are you listening? 0-1, and that's high again for a ball. John, where the heck do you live at? He's in Hawaii. That's why he says aloha. I'm in Hawaii, but grew up in Washington, North Carolina. Riley Unrow, Rutrow, is up. 1-1, foul ball. Just kidding. I shouldn't have said that. It actually is kind of fitting because the walk-by suite is sort of a Rutrow. One ball, two strikes. The windup and the pitch. Outside again. Continue to like and subscribe. And hit the bell icons too. We got 61 people tuning on in, man. Can Sweet get out of this? The 2-2 pitch. Oh, it's just outside. Oh, that was so close. Changeup was barely off the plate by a smidge. Another payoff pitch coming up by Sweet, and it's outside again. He's not getting the calls, and the pitches just aren't hitting its spots. Chaka, ooga, 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 chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga. So back-to-back walks allowed by Devin Sweet, and it's getting dicey. 2 runners on base for the Tigers. The go-ahead runs at second and the pitch. And that misses. Actually, just caught the outside corner, really. Ben Malgeri is up. He's in 500 in spring training with 1 homer and 7 RBI. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. It's fouled back over towards the screen, and out of play she goes. No, spam comes from email. Gotta work on my fake laughs. 0-2 pitch. And that's on the outside corner for a called strike 3. And we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Sweet got the call there. And he gets out of the inning unscathed. Good for him. Good for him. So it's either going to end in a tie or a W. What are we going with, chat? T or W? T's or W's? Give me a T for a tie. Give me a W for a Y. T's or W's? We got 41 likes. 66 people are on here watching, and 25 of you have not hit the thumbs up button. www.com. Yeah, don't spam for the future. But I know you were making a joke because we were talking about spam, not the actual keyboard or digital media term. Is that really a digital media term? I don't know. C is for choke. That's good enough for me. Spam emoji is a thing. I learned something today. Larry says T. Larry says T. No way Detroit can score here, says Shibby. I don't know. You got to watch out for those turnovers. Got to watch out for the turnovers here, man. This is why we need Angel Reese. Schwarber is up to bat in the bottom of the ninth. I like this. Thanks, Rob. Rob's like, I want to walk it off with Kyle Schwarber. Let's go. No balls, one strike. 0-1 pitch to Schwarber. Swinging a ground ball towards the right side. Scooped up by the second baseman, and the throw over to first is in time. Good idea, Rob. Just did not work out. Now I feel like a spamwich. What's going on, Revillo VR? Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel as well. Michael's here. Revillo VR says Angel Reese plays basketball. I know, it's an inside joke. It's an inside joke. The pitch, and that's down and away for a ball. Thank you so much for stopping by, man. Here's Cal Stevenson, who had a home run last night against the New York Yankees. That's not how you spell Reese, though. You call her Reese. The pitch, that's outside. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. I do. You're the man. And like the stream. Love it. One ball, one strike to Cal. Stevenson. Brieski gets set and fires, and it's high and inside for ball two. We got a post-game show after this game is done. 2-1 pitch. That's on the outside edge for strike two. Just at the kneecaps. Let's get to 50 likes before we end stream. They're going to review this, and it just, the top of the baseball caught the plate. We need 81 more subs for us to get to 5,000. 5K for opening day, baby. 2-2 pitch, foul ball. Michael says, am I butt banned again? Oh, gosh. What did you do now? Oh, no. Larry! Two balls, two strikes. The pitch to Cal, and he bounces it foul. Jason's here. What's up, Jason? How are ya? 2 balls, 2 strikes to Cal Stevenson. It's tied up 2-2. We're going on for a postgame show after this. Bottom of the ninth, 1 out. The 2-2 pitch, grounder, hit over towards the right side, bobbled at first by the second baseman. He gathers it, though, throws it over to first, and Stevenson is out. Larry goes shaggy and is like, it wasn't me. I even caught you on camera. It wasn't me. Two outs. Bottom of the ninth. The final out of the ball game. And a four-seamer thrown at the knees for strike one to Luis Verdugo. We got a post-game show right after this. Stay on, and we'll talk and dissect things. 0-1 pitch, ground ball. It's a foul ball. And the Phillies are down to their final strike. Oh, and 2 is the count. Brisket gets set at the Detroit logo. And the 0-2 pitch is popped up and hit out over towards shallow left field. Where is it? The left fielder gets under it, and he's there to make the catch. And the game is over. So the Phillies and the Tigers end in a stalemate. And it's a 2-2 game to end things out at Baycare Ballpark. I got good stuff. I got bad stuff. I got great stuff. And I got ugly stuff to talk about. We'll dissect it all. We will definitely do that. And we'll do a little wrap up. But this was a quickie. This was a quick game today. And it was kind of fun. It was relaxing. Before you guys leave, if you guys don't want to stay on for the postgame show, I understand. But on your way out, hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. And that's it. Is there extras? Absolutely no. I gotta remember to change that sound effect. It's a tie. What are extras in spring training? There is no such thing. All right. Let's talk about this. All right. Hit the thumbs up button if you're on your way out. And appreciate you for coming on here. Okay. I did not write notes for today, but I'm going to go with the good, the bad, and the ugly for today. Let's start off with the bad first, okay? Go to the monologue screen. Here we are. Again, hit the thumbs up button on your way out. And then I will get to your comments. Please engage with me on here. Let me know what you thought your takeaways were on this game. And then I will get to that in just a little bit. Okay, during the regular season, I am going to do phone calls, and you guys can call on into the show. We're doing a 5-minute break after the game is done, and then we go into postgame. Okay? Yes, so let's talk. The bad thing today was Kyle Schwarber struck out 3 times and grounded out to the right side to start off the 9th inning. Yeah, Kyle Schwarber looks a little bit lost out there. He looks like he's not really getting into a rhythm. A lot of these pitches that he's taking, or that he's chasing after, I should say, are really change-ups. And then he sort of got mistimed a little bit today because I saw that during one of the at-bats in the 4th inning, he got 3 straight fastballs and couldn't catch up to them. So I just think that his timing is off. I don't think that he looks like he's himself at the plate. Am I really worried about it? Absolutely no. Because I know that by the time the regular season comes, Kyle Schwarber is going to be ready. He will be raking in June, and I just expect him to be back into his own action. I also think, too, that, there's something to be said about moving from the leadoff spot and then moving to the 4-hole. It's a different type of vibe. Because when you're batting in the leadoff spot, the pitcher's throwing to you for the first time, and you're looking for mistakes and that type of a thing, and you're in a different spot, you're seeing different pitches, and the pitcher's throwing you different things in the 1 hole rather than in the 4 hole. So, that's just how naturally it goes. I'm not trying to make excuses for the guy, but he's been struggling. That's the bottom line, and I expect that by April, middle of April at the very least, that he'll come back and that he'll be doing some good things. I'm not worried about him at all, but that was a negative today. Kyle Schwarber today was a negative. Okay. Stott had a nice at-bat. Castellanos struggled today. Castellanos was hacka-casty. Okay. This guy grounded into a 4-6-3 double play to end the 6th inning. He was chasing after everything and just did not take his at-bats too seriously. I mean, I think that for the most part, I know that Scubell pitched in the 2nd and he pitched pretty well in the 4th inning, but when this guy is throwing strikes, you have to be aggressive, and sometimes I didn't think he was aggressive today in at-bats, which is really funny because that's how he got out one time, by looking at a couple of pitches. He didn't strike out looking, but he looked at the first 2 pitches in that 2nd at-bat. And I don't know what he was anticipating because this guy was just throwing strikes all the way. So when a pitcher's throwing you strikes, it's a little bit different. You got to be a little bit more selective, and you got to make sure that you do what you can to just even foul off pitches. That's when you swing. If the pitcher's throwing balls and you're trying, even earlier in the game when you're trying to see what he throws you, that I can understand that you have lesser of an aggressive approach and that type of a thing. But, yeah, That's where I am on Nick Castellanos. Okay? So, not a good day for him. And that's that. The first inning overall, Trey Turner strikes out swinging on some really good pitches by Scubell. This guy is nasty. There's not a lot of pitchers that you can really make a lot of excuses for, but he is the best pitcher, in my opinion, in the American League. He won Cy Young last year. He was a Triple Crown Award winner, and he has good stuff, very good stuff, and can reach triple digits with the fastball and just locate his other pitches. He throws everything. He has like 7 pitches in his toolbox. It's just ridiculous how good this guy is when he's on. I liked our approach during that third inning, though. I liked how Brandon Marsh, a lefty, right, going up against a lefty, that's something to note, goes the opposite way, gets a check swing single on a 2-1 count. Or actually, sorry, it was on a 1-2 count, I believe. And went the opposite way and put the ball in play, and good things happened. The Phillies actually played small ball, and they got runs on the board that way. That kind of deserves some golf claps there. They got runs via small ball today. I'll give them some claps. One of my questions going into the season was, how can we find ways to produce runs rather than just always relying on the long ball? And today, I know it was just 2 runs, but I saw some of that where they played small ball. They got on base with a couple of walks in that inning, and they did some good things. Turner had a nice single in that third inning after what was, I don't know why Buddy Kennedy swung on a 2-0 pitch. This guy was sort of getting out of his element a little bit, but he's ahead in the count, and you give away an at-bat there. You're up 2-0, and they fly out to right field. You can't do that. It has to be your pitch, and he just was a little bit early there. But Harper got on with an RBI single. Alec Bohm was a little bit frustrating today. Grounded into that 4-6-3 double play to end that third inning. I thought maybe we could have gotten some more runs, and we had Scubell on the ropes, and that was a golden opportunity for us to try to tack on another run, and we could not do that there. But I do like how we got at least a run in that third inning. Just thought that we left some meat on the bones, and we'll have to clean that up during the regular season. JT today, not really a good day from him. Grounded out to third, grounded out to second. Did get on with a walk in the 6th inning, but nothing really much from him overall. I liked the one at-bat that Stott had in the 5th inning. He actually produced that run himself, and he got on with he got on with a single. He was down in the count 0-2. He fouled off a couple of pitches, then worked it up to 1-2, almost went around on what was ball 1, and he gets on with a single, and he hits it out to center, and then Brandon Marsh gets on with a mental mistake from Tariq Scubell. Right, the ball was hit over to first base. First baseman tried to flip it back over to Scubell as to cover the bag, and he doesn't look and see where his feet are, and he forgets to tag Brandon Marsh. But Bryson Stott gets on base and sort of causes that little disruption there. So I'll give him credit. I'll give him credit there. And then Trey is able to bring home Bryson Stott on a sac fly. He's down in the count 0-2 again, and all we need is for somebody to put the ball in play. We didn't need a home run there, and Turner did what he had to do. So Trey, I thought, had a good day. Thought that Bryce had a good day. Schwarber did not have a good day. And Casty didn't have a good day either, but Stott did some good things, and Brandon Marsh did some really good things. 2 infield base hits for Brandon Marsh today. I'll take that. Again, hitting lefties is a very hard thing for Brandon Marsh, but he did pretty good against a top-tier pitcher in baseball. So I can't be upset with that. I want to talk about the pitching now. The pitching overall today was A plus. Almost A plus. It was a straight A. It was. Zach Wheeler, look, the first inning happens. Alec Bohm also made an error over at third base. I mean, it's a routine ground ball. He just cannot field it properly. Took his eyes off the ball. Actually popped out of the heel of the glove. And that's how Riley Green got on with 1 out in the first. Torres then popped out to left field, and then Carpenter worked his way in the next at-bat to get on with a single. And then Colton Keith had the 2-run double. It was a mistake. It was on the outside corner. Keith likes to go after pitches that are a little bit more on the outside part of the plate, and he got a hold of one there. And that's how they got their 2 runs. That was it. No earned runs. It was just that little double. That was the mistake. And from there, he worked out of the jams that he got into and didn't really have much else traffic, nothing like that. It wasn't really anything bad. Thought that he pitched well. So I'll give Zach a solid B+, A- maybe. Yeah, I liked what Zach Wheeler did. Zach's not like throwing 98 anymore. He's not really throwing 99, 100 like he used to back in 2021 and even during 2020. But again, he just understands where he has to locate every single one of his pitches. And even that one slider that he threw, it looked like it was going inside, and it got the batter fooled because it just wiped. It wiped out over towards the knees. It had that inside trajectory, and then it just, as Larry would like to say, or as Larry does say, defied physics. You know? It's pretty cool. He has an art on some of those pitches. Okay, so Wheeler, big takeaway today. Big positive for sure. Jose Alvarado. This guy's the closer to start off the year. This guy, he's back. Jose Alvarado is back. Okay? This isn't the first time he's done this. This man has 15 strikeouts in 6 innings and hasn't allowed a run. He reached triple digits today 9 times, or 10 times. 9 of them were over 100. And the cutter, the first time he threw it, it was a little bit, it looked like it had more of a plane to it, and it was going to flatten out, and then it just dipped at the last second, and it was more so deceiving for the hitter. Next couple of times he threw it, it wasn't as deceptive or elusive, if you will, but his sinker today was the best that it's looked in 2 years. Seriously. I hope he stays healthy this year, because a healthy Jose Alvarado as a closer is lethal. I saw Luke Arcini say that this guy might actually have the best ERA this year out of all the pitchers in the bullpen. I would love to see it. I would love to see Alvarado do that. This guy has gotten so much hate over the years. He's gotten a lot of criticism, and some of it I never understood. Some of it I did, because he was a little bit wild at times last year, and sometimes he was not put in the best spots. But this guy, when he can fire the way that he does and make it look so effortless, this guy's easily one of the best relievers in baseball. That's his ceiling. Romano today looks good. Romano wasn't overpowering you with 100. He's working back from season-ending surgery. Okay? The fastball was at 96, but that slider was very strong. The slider was very strong. The one at-bat that he had where he went to the slider, it was a backdoor slider there. I thought he was going to go fastball at 96. He went with 3 straight fastballs, if I remember correctly, and then he decided to go with the slider. I was thinking he was going to go fastball again and then go slider, and he went slider, and he trusts that pitch, and boy, did that thing look good to hit. And it was a bad pitch. So, liked the movement that he provided on those sliders today. That was the only strikeout that he had, but again, he was ahead in counts, and he looked good. Orion Kerkering, this guy also looks good too. He had 2 bad outings in spring training, but this was the Orion Kerkering that we saw last year during the regular season, where this guy could reach triple digits sometimes, But this guy was just another machine. He was another Ranger Suarez. He didn't really have a motor to him, and he had a motor to him, but he just never really sweated, and it was just automatic. Him pitching 5 seconds later, he throws one pitch. 8 seconds later, throws another one, attacks the zone. This was that version of Orion Kerkering today. Phillies pitching today only allowed 3 hits, and they had 11 strikeouts and only gave up 3 walks. And they went up against starting players today. So, good day. Good day from the pitching staff. Nice things from the starters. Wish I could have saw a little bit more from guys like Kyle Schwarber and from JT. Bohm, he's had a very good spring training. I won't really be on him today. But defensively, he has to make that play over at third. He does. Trey had a nice sliding play. He's had a couple of good defensive plays over the last 4 games. Take that for what it is. Because this guy also makes like the simplest mistakes out there too. And he can be a liability. But if we can get average defense from Trey Turner, that's fine. Just don't give us below average D. So that's all I got. Want to hear from y'all. What do you guys have to say about this? Let's look at chat. Let's see what we have. Overall, I give him a solid. I'll give him a B today. I'll give him a B. Okay. How has JJ made it this far in the life without a corn dog? Thank you, JJ, for the great analysis, man. Casty's out of control. Schwarber's snoozing. Yeah. Those were the only 2 hiccups that I saw today from offense. And again, am I concerned about Kyle Schwarber? Absolutely not. Kyle Schwarber is one of the leaders of this team, and he knows when to turn it on. And I expect that he'll come around. When's he going to come around? Probably not till mid-April, early May maybe. It might take some time, but this guy will be ready. He'll be ready. So, I've never had a corn dog either, but that's because I don't like them, says Larry. Yeah. I don't know what else. What else do you guys have to say? Kerkering had a fast pitch, but had control issues, said Mark today. Yeah, before today. Yeah, he was having some control issues. And sometimes, look, that happens. Sometimes you can't trust your slider, and you have to improvise on the spot with what you're going to go to. And there were times this year where he gave up a couple of homers in spring training that I remember, and he just didn't have his stuff that day. He was unprepared, and something was wrong, and he had to go back into the lab, and it looked good today. Overall, it looked really good. So, but yeah, if you guys don't have any sort of analysis, then that's pretty much it for me. That's pretty much it. Don't make excuses. Kyle's got to go. But yeah, my biggest takeaway is that Jose Alvarado looked really good. I think that that's very clear. I did say that we would dissect some pitches, and we should do that. Okay, I'll do that. Let's go through some of these sequences here that Alvarado had. So let's go back to the screen, and we'll pull up a window capture of that, and we'll dissect. Give me 1 sec to find the keyboard, and we'll pull that up, okay? I said that we would do that. Okay, let's go. First, I have to get back to this, okay? There it is. All right, so we were pitched in the first couple of innings, and then, he pitched. We didn't get Alvarado until the top of the 6th, okay? I want us to look at the first batter here, and that was Riley Green. Okay? First pitch, can you guys see this? Let me know if you can see this, okay? Whoops. Ugh. Okay. Let's see if we can make this a little bit bigger. Okay. First pitch, 101. This man fires 101 on the very first pitch. Sinker. Goes 102 on the next one. Paints it perfectly towards the inside corner. Then goes with a curve, which we really haven't seen Alvarado go to a curve a lot of the time. And then he goes to the cutter. Look at where this cutter is, folks. Look at this. I mean, that thing looked like it was heading towards the dirt, and it was still a strike. It was really, really awesome. And Riley Green is their best hitter. Okay. Falls behind in the count on the first pitch of the next at bat. Goes 102 with the four-seamer again. Or sorry, with the sinker again. It was a little bit low. Then he goes middle of the plate, which was fine in that situation. And he goes to 101. So this guy that comes up is like, wow, we're going to get this type of Alvarado today. And then he paints the third pitch just on that inside plaque at 101. At 101, he's painting that pitch again. And it's now a 1-2 count. Fourth pitch goes to the cutter. It's low. It's in the dirt. Fine. He had a pitch to play with there. And then the next pitch goes lower third. Sinker again at 101. Beautiful. Falls behind in the count again on the next batter. Okay? This was interesting to me. He goes down a little bit at 102. And he's down in the count 1-0. Then he goes sinker again at 100. And then the cutter misses. Okay, he had a pitch to play with again. That's way in the dirt. JT had to block that. Then he goes sinker again. So now it's a 3-1 count. The count is 3-1. And this man goes with a fastball on the outside corner. He's going sinker, and he goes sinker again. First pitch was a foul ball. Second pitch was a foul ball. And then he actually decided to go with a cutter, which I thought was interesting on this final pitch, which is where is that? This cutter for strike 3 on the very bottom. He goes up with the cutter. That was kind of a dangerous pitch, but it worked. And he's facing a lefty, so I wouldn't have gone up there, but he did. And he got himself out of that inning. Again, he's down in the count, 3-1. And he works his way back into the count. Last year's version of Alvarado, if he's down in the count 3-1, he's probably walking that batter. So, it's great. It's great. Pitch tracks is JJ's new toy. Well, I want us to get better analysis on here, right? I do. I want us to give more analysis, and I want you to understand what I'm seeing. And that is probably the best way that I can use a visual diagram to show you what I am seeing. It's pretty insane. That was the best pitching I saw from Jose Alvarado within the last 2 years. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. He reached triple digits 10 times. Do you know when the last time he did that was? I don't think he reached triple digits 10 times in a game last year at one point. I really don't. So, Mark says, I still think we need a fifth starter. Yeah, Luzardo Day, I think, is tomorrow, right? Is Luzardo Day tomorrow? If it is, that's another thing to look for. Tomorrow is Luzardo. He's facing Zach Eflin, who's starting for Baltimore on opening day. So Luzardo Day is tomorrow. We shall see how that goes. And I think Baltimore is probably going to play their starters tomorrow, I assume. So He pitched terribly in his last outing. He was awful. He was. He pitched really bad. So let's see if he can bounce back tomorrow. And we'll see how that goes. That's all the analysis I have. Okay, if you guys have any sort of serious takeaways, let me know in the chat down below. Or just if you're watching the replay of this, let me know in the comments down below. All right? We're done early today. And I am very happy about that. Very, very good. All right. All right, love you all. I think that's it. I think chat is getting a little bit tired. Try to understand. I'm getting a little bit tired too. Getting a little bit hungry, actually. Mark wants to know what I think about Taijuan Walker. He pitched all right yesterday, pitched all right the game before. He was on my hot seat, and it took him until the second to last start for him to actually stay and get another couple of starts. And, well, he kind of earned that right. Was I overly impressed yesterday? The home run that he gave up to Ben Rice was not a good pitch. But other than that, against a pretty good Yankees lineup, I thought that he did okay. He's not the fifth starter, but does he deserve a shot to come in occasionally? I'd say right now he's sort of proven me wrong over these last two outings, but he has to keep doing it. I'm not just going to tell you that he's a fifth starter now. No. He's not. So, I'm fine with the fifth starter. Hopefully Luzardo bounces back tomorrow. And regardless, Andrew Painter's also going to come back too. I don't think that we need another starting pitcher right now. I think that we're fine. I think we have depth. So, yeah. I'm more concerned about a bat right now. If anything. Pitching, the Phillies have one of the best pitching teams in baseball. Pitching is not their problem. Bullpen, you can always use another arm. You could always use another arm. But yeah. We'll see. Right now, I'm going to say just another bat. Just another bat. All right, I'm done. Time for an avocado bagel with a hot dog with mayonnaise on the side. Says Michael. He didn't say on the side, but I put that there. Love you all. All right, I'll see you all tomorrow afternoon. Thanks for coming on here as always. And yeah, 81 more subs, baby, till we get to 5,000. Let's go. That's awesome. $5K for opening day starts again tomorrow. Now we'll see you all tomorrow. Hasta mañana. Aloha. And Lalatov.